Let's get good. I am the Gamer Under Development, and this is Endless Space 2 Awakening. We are playing as the relic hunting, nation dominating Nakalim. We've been testing out different fleets and things, and apparently the Lumeris, who just declared war on us, I think 1 turn ago, are now asking for a truce. It almost makes me think that like they declared war with us and went for a truce so that we wouldn't be at peace and couldn't convert them anymore, which is fine. That's a good play on their part. Sure, we'll accept it. I don't need to shoot at you right now. You can have your truce. All in good fun. Alright, so we have been testing out some new fleets. We definitely want to keep doing that. However, while doing that, we also want to move towards the final victory of our game, which is exactly what we're doing here. I believe all of these carriers should be upgraded to the new... Yeah, they're upgraded to the new missiles. This should be a fun little test of this carrier fleet if we can find some enemies to shoot at. Don't know if that'll actually happen here, though. I suppose we could shoot at these Sophons down here. We do have Moria down here with the remainder of that mixed fleet that we brought. Interesting times, folks. Interesting times. Because we could either send that carrier down there to fight with them, or we can just begin our invasion of Pixis, which seems like a much better decision overall. Can we take Moria into Pixis now? We can't. Actually, that's a bit of a dangerous situation there, because what I just did was kind of foolish. We moved our invasion fleet over there, but we don't actually have a combat fleet there yet. So I'm gonna move Sirs Kershaw over to this fleet right here and take him down with this full fleet of carriers just to make sure that when they land, they are protected. Got an econ behemoth and a scientific behemoth here, nothing else. They have nothing else here. There are a whole bunch of Sophon carriers on their way in. That's actually great. We had a fleet that was built to more effectively combat carriers, and we just sent it to the Cravers, so that's okay. What we'll end up doing here instead then is, hey, we got a new shotgun fleet. We got a new shotgun fleet to try out. That could be a little bit of fun right there. We did upgrade them to the better railguns. They also have more bombers to protect themselves against larger carriers. What else do we want to do with this? You know what I do want to do here, and I'm sure it's probably not going to cost that much for us to do it. I also want to add in some flak here, and the main reason why is because I'm finding that these fighters don't seem to effectively combat the bombers, at least not in the tests we've done. Yeah, they seem to potentially be good against small ships, but it doesn't actually say that they fight against bombers, you know? So I'm wondering if they don't actually provide protection against bombers, whereas these unstable slugs do damage versus squadrons. And that's what I think we need. So I'm going to go ahead and put those projectiles on Shotgun Fleet. It should be relatively ready to go anyway, but let's see if we can throw 2 more Shotgun Fleet ships out here. We cannot. We are very short on Adamantium. So let's go up here and, actually, let's go up here and see if we can extort someone for Adamantium or even trade with them. I'd be fine with trading with them to get Adamantium at this point, but we can make a diplomatic demand that it is advanced right here against the UE. Not going to go for that antimatter, that's not what we're after, but we will take an economic tribute, and I mean, at this point, maybe we ask for Quadronix just so we can sell it. Do you guys have any drift buds? Do you have drift buds? Those things are pretty valuable. I wouldn't mind having some of those. They do not. So let's go ahead and go with Quadronix, and we'll just see if we can take 100 Quadronix from them, because we may be able to sell that and make some dust back so that we can pick up Adamantium off the market. That would be excellent. How about you guys? Riftborn, you got any Adamantium? You do. You have 35. What would you like for it? What can we give you for this Adamantium? Do you want anything at all from us? You want systems. You would take systems. We don't really want to give you systems, but you would take them. What else can we potentially give them that they might be interested in? How about some Voidstone, or no? No, forget it. We're not going to trade them. They're not going to want anything we have anyway. Let's just go up to the market and see what we can do with that. So we did just get a whole bunch of Quadronix we can potentially sell. There is 44 Adamantium on the market. Just going to see how much all that is. 22k, we'll just buy it. We'll just buy it. If we can get 2 more Shotgun Fleet ships out, that would be nice, but it looks like we're only going to be able to get 1, maybe 2 next turn. It all depends. At this point now, we really just need to trade for some Adamantium, and it doesn't seem like very many people have it that would be willing to trade us. Potentially Sophans, but they're not going to want to trade us. They're very angry at us right now because we've been shooting them. We could try a diplomatic demand basic. That's not going to do a whole lot right now. That's fine. We'll just have to wait. We'll just have to wait a hot second. That wasn't ideal. What I really wanted to do there was to go ahead and bring that fleet out and give it a nice test run. However, what we can do instead is look for another high production system and try to get another one of those carrier fleets out. I thought we already had like a system where we were building some more of those carriers that were going to be geared up a little bit more towards doing what we're doing here. Like, I suppose we could just upgrade these guys into the new models. That probably wouldn't hurt. So if we take this to a test carrier 4, yeah, that's a pretty solid carrier right there, but we do want to go upgrade that design and replace... Where are you? Test carrier 4. Right there. We want to replace these with those projectiles to see if that actually helps with the squadrons that keep doing a ton of damage, the bombers. Those bombers, on their own, do a ridiculous amount of damage. Like, they're devastating. And we don't really want to mess with that. We want to upgrade these guys, do the same thing with this Chancellor here. We're going to drop one of these. We do need to check the latest design first. Just going to drop one of these and replace it with a projectile. That should provide us a little bit more cover, and I don't know that we even need to bring another bomber. I think we're okay with this. Let's go with that. I think this one has double bombers? No. Okay, so with this fleet, each of our carriers has one bomber, and they also have flak to provide, or projectiles to provide coverage from the bomber fleets. In this case, we're probably going to switch this over to some more missiles. Do we have swarms on here? We do not. Okay. Cleared all 3 slots here, so we'll go swarms, and then big torpedoes. Big torpedoes. Yes, those and those. Oh, wait, that is a dedicated fleet slot right there. So since it is a dedicated fleet slot, we'll go ahead and put some bombers in there. That seems like a good deal. And then for this railgun slot right here, we'll just put in a big missile. Big missiles. Okay. Upgrade that guy. Hey. I am having trouble clicking this morning. I'm sorry, guys. Coffee's right here. I just woke up. It's been a rough week. Work has been real stressful lately. I don't know if anybody will even understand this when I say it, but I work for a web development company, and, well, not specifically a web development company. I work doing web development for a company, and we are fully converting our code base from a proprietary server language to PHP, which has been a fun endeavor. And by fun, I mean incredibly frustrating, but that's okay. It's worth it. It's worth it. PHP is a wonderful language. I'm excited to work in it. Okay. If you didn't understand any of that, that's totally fine. I'm just venting because it's been a rough week. Let's see. Definitely could go in with this. If we go in with this, they actually can't retreat their behemoths, and I love that, so let's go for it. Let's give it a nice little shot here. We honestly want to bring this down and fight this Sophon fleet next. That's what I'm really excited about, is going after that Sophon fleet. So let's go to advanced here. Picking our ranges for this because it is a missile fleet primarily. We're going to want to go like that, and we probably want the Jug to be the one that goes in a little bit closer, mainly because the Jug is the most resilient. However, I don't even know that they have very many weapons. Or any. Yeah, they have almost no weapons. We might just go for take trophies here. I think we'll go for take trophies here. We can go ahead and watch it. Doesn't really matter at this point. I do wonder if it doesn't look like they have any squadrons or anything for us to see come in, so that's unfortunate. And why does this fleet only have 2? While these ones, these have 2 as well, and then that guy has 4. Okay, that makes sense. Sure, let's watch it. I'm also curious, and I don't think we got the sound bug again. I think the sound bug only results from using tactical view. And we're going to turn this up to ×2 speed, though. Maybe more. I mean, 4 is probably a little much. Oh, it brought in both behemoths right there. Or wait, no it didn't. One of those is ours. What am I doing? It's okay, guys. I'm going to have some more coffee and wake up. Wow, that was done. That was super done, super fast. We'll take all that dust and stuff, no problem. Okay, so honestly, I think we're just gonna take this fleet and be like, you guys should... Well... They have the option to attack again, I guess, but that went away when we clicked it, so I'm not... Uh-oh. Did I just break things? Interesting. So I'm not sure what happened there. We still had the option to attack. It might have just not been showing that correctly. I'm going to bring that fleet back down here, though, because what we really want to do is intercept these guys. That's the real game. Intercept them, get the combat going there. When those guys land, this fleet is actually going to be in some severe trouble, so we should probably pull it out. And that's probably all we need to do for this turn. Everything else can kind of manage itself at this point. We do have some hacks left. It doesn't particularly matter where we hack, but maybe we'll do this. Maybe we'll try going to Rhea here as well, just so that if we don't land the hack on Pixis, we can use Rhea as a staging point. It does look like that hack on Pixis is basically done, though. We are done in one turn, yeah, so we're getting that hack. I'm just hacking Rhea just so that it doesn't give us that message now. So when we land a hack on Pixis, that's basically it. Like, they're done at that point, because we can have them have a rebellion. Hostile trace is detected on Rhea, that's fine. It's going to take you long enough to get back to us that it does not matter. Pixis has already been hacked. Supporting revolutionaries here will use their population to spawn invading pirate fleets and force them to use that detrimental ground tactic, which is what we want. They are being drained probably for a lot every turn. Or not. Are they technically not being drained at the moment because they do have ships here? Is that what we're seeing? Okay. Okay, if that's the way they want to go, the Academy needs dust. No. Just no. At this point, we don't care if somebody gets your military fleet, just no. They're gone. We're probably not even going to watch this, because this is just going to be slaughter at this point. Get them, boys. Yeah, decisive victory. We didn't even take damage. Oh, they retreated. They retreated. Okay. I mean, if you guys want to retreat, you do you. Why is this only 160? Oh, because they haven't landed yet. That's why. They gotta land first. Okay. So when they land, we should see, yeah, almost 600 per turn coming off. We have, I believe, 4 turns of that bad combat tactic, so we're probably gonna go in like 2. Probably go in 2 and just wing it from there. Where did that fleet go? Like, that Sophon fleet just disappeared. They were en route here, and now they're just gone. And I'm like, alright, that doesn't make sense. Where'd you guys go? Whatever, we'll do this. We'll do this, we'll try them out against the remainder of the Sophon fleet. We'll go ahead and use our normal long-range tactics here. I mainly just want to see if we do better against... Oh, they don't have bombers left. So I guess at this point we don't see anything, we just slaughter them. And it's better because they can't escape. Yeah, we just slaughter them here. Okay, we're just going to hang out here and wait for them to actually land that fleet that we saw coming. It might just be another turn out. I hope that's the case. I hope it's just another turn out, because I really do want to see what our outcome looks like against that fleet. That fleet is a great fleet for us to test out against. We take autonomous here and then go for public 3D printing. Here we have terraformed some stuff. Let's terraform some more stuff. Monsoon, forest, and monsoon. Lovely. Just lovely. That's what we want. Mech suit quarters being built in other places. Obliterator missile frequency has been finished research-wise, so that should mean that we can fire the Obliterator sooner. We should go take a look at how long until our Obliterator can fire and like where our potential targets would be. We're still 5 turns out on that, but if I was going to hit anything, I'd probably hit Groose. I'd probably declare war on them and hit Groose. That seems like the funniest way to go. Funniest probably isn't a word either, so my fiance, if she was here, would correct me, but she's not here, so we're just going to pretend that it doesn't matter. Oh, they landed there! Why did you do that? Why did you land at Rhea? This isn't cool. That's not a cool move. Edisir has been successfully hacked. We're going to go ahead and just create points for another counselor. Sure. Okay, so we know they went here. And if we go there right now, it's going to take way longer than we want it to. Can we assign Moria to this fleet so that we can just free move? Let's try that. We're going to put Moria on this fleet and then see if we can just free move over here. In one turn, yes, we can. Lovely. Okay, so now we get to test this against the fleet we wanted to test it against. The Empire sees that you need help. Why would we need help? Are you kidding me? We've been carrying you the entire game. The Division Part 2, the situation in Placidus, your divided system has gone from bad to worse. The militarist portion has implemented stringent and oppressive laws, and violent demonstrations have erupted. Oh boy. So we can dismantle the military. I'm not going to finish that because I'm trying to get this other stuff done, guys. I hope you understand. We can dismantle the militarist regime, which will give us ×0 production on colonized systems on Placidus, or we can lose 50% of our FIDSI gains, and there is a 50% chance of creating a major political crisis. I'm just going to dismantle it. It's honestly not that big of a deal to lose the production there for a hot second. Muddled mystics, pilgrim curiosity and reverence has gone too far. There are debate circles, religious discussions, and public gatherings going on everywhere, even in the workplace. The problem has grown to the extent that almost nothing else is getting done. Okay. What existential question is bothering the pilgrims? This is another one of those population quests that's kind of cool. So if we search 5 ruins, then they get +4 production on pilgrims' population on sterile planets for 20 turns. That's not likely to happen. There just aren't any curiosities left. Building 5 happiness buildings is also not going to happen. We've built most of them. Thea has been compromised. We don't care that much. Alright, so all that stuff is done. Let's do the thing that matters. Let's go. This is going to be a very interesting fight. I'm excited for this. So we are at longer range here because this is a missile fleet, so we're going to go power to shields. Send in the big boy to go a little bit shorter range, and then we do have some bombers. They have 32 bombers. They have 32 bombers. So now the real question becomes, will those projectiles actually have an effect on those bombers? Because they are just racking them up. They are racking them up, and that's their way of dealing with our carriers at this point, which is smart. It's really smart, but now I'm like worried that we're going to lose this entire fleet. So I guess we're going to find out, right? Let's do it. Let's do it. And I'm going to go tactical view on this one because we absolutely want to be able to analyze what's happening as it's happening. All of their bombers are in the bottom here, which is really unfortunate for us because we may end up out of arc to hit them with this middle fleet and this fleet right here. So it's basically on that fleet alone. That could be problematic. But I also think that squadrons are not limited by battle lanes, so they may come to one of our other lanes and then our other fleets can help out. Okay, here we go. We're in it to win it. Let's go, baby. Probably should have put him over here. That would have been smarter, I guess. I don't know. It's always hard to tell what lanes they're going to go in because they can literally put their forces anywhere they want. Okay. Fire has begun. Seeing some bomber squadrons go out here, hoping that our projectiles help peel them. I think we just saw a bomber explode, so that's a good sign in my opinion. Oh, here's some more bomber squadrons going out. Will they be intercepted by projectiles? That is the real question. So far this fleet is doing excellent right now. They're not taking a lot of bomber damage here, and I think we may have just found the problem previously. This fleet has taken some significant damage. It's lost about 30k health, but it is also up against 3 other carriers versus just itself. So that's not necessarily indicative. Oh, and we're getting the sound bug a little bit here, guys. Sorry if you hear a little crackling, a little crack-a-lac-ulating, but wow. That is something else, isn't it? I'm just going to go ahead and mute the game audio for a second so that you guys don't have to listen to that. Come on, guys, you can do it. We have done significant damage to this 3 versus 1 fleet flotilla over here, though. And that makes me happy, because like I think we're absolutely going to pop at least one of them here very quickly. We're winning in most of our lanes here. We haven't actually destroyed anything yet, but neither have they. And oh wait, yes they have. They took out one of our carriers in the middle. That was probably their bombers doing that. Oh, come on, guys. Blow something up. Blow something up. We've done significant damage, but we haven't blown anything up. Okay, so, oh, wow, they blew our jug up. They blew our jug up, but how? I thought that guy was dead. Okay. Okay, that is interesting. We got another one of their carriers here. They took a jug and a carrier, though. They definitely won the cost war on this one. Oh, we're going to get a second one? We're going to get a second one, maybe? Maybe, just maybe? Come on. Minor defeat. Okay, yeah, so our fleets didn't end up in the same arrangement here, and that was sort of problematic. I do wonder if they just had so many bombers that it was a problem, because we only brought like 1 projectile weapon on each ship. I do feel like that might be the significant problem here, though. Yeah, so their bombers did a lot of damage. Their bombers did basically what, 2/3 of their damage was bombers? Which makes sense. They just brought a ton of bombers. There's a total of 24 bombers in this fleet alone. And then not much else from their other weapons. Damage absorbed by their hull plating. So basically, they absorbed a ton of damage from our missiles, and then they brought bombers. And we absorbed a ton of damage from their weapons as well. Not about half as much, though, as they did. And we didn't bring as many bombers, but our bombers did make up a significant chunk of damage. Not as much of our damage as theirs did, but obviously bombers are more effective here against other carriers. Kinetic weapons didn't do great, but I mean, I do feel like they peeled off some of those bombers. I think we can see, I think the grayed out bombers are the bombers that were lost. So in this case, they did only make it out with 8 of their like 20-something bombers. So we did do a lot more damage to those bombers. Okay. I mean, that wasn't exactly a winning combat for us, but I think we understand a little bit more what's going on here. It seems like more bombers and more projectile weapons might be the way to go here. In fact, it honestly makes me feel like maybe we should just be going bombers and projectiles in general. Like, the only problem with going bombers and projectiles in general is that if you run up against a mixed fleet that is made of smaller units, it probably won't be as effective. That's the one sort of gotcha to that whole thing, is it probably won't be as effective. You know what? We can actually test that out. We can actually test that out right here. We can take one of our medium fleets. Let's see, this one has 3 supports, 2 combats. Let's go with another support and another combat. Sure. And hey, why not? One more support. Or actually, let's go one more combat. Does that work? Yeah, that works. All right, so I'm going to go through here and make sure that we have these guys updated as much as possible. So let's just select that whole group and upgrade, and then take a look at what they're packing. So they have no projectiles, so they have nothing to stop bombers from coming in. That being said, though, bombers don't do as much damage to smaller ships like this. We could go ahead and take these support ships and give them a few more of the projectile weapons. That would be a good idea. And then if we have a fleet slot on them, it might be worth it to do that as well. Upgrade everybody. Do you have a fleet slot? Do you have a fleet slot that we can... So they do have a fleet slot. It's right there. I think what we'll do here is we'll get rid of those swarm missiles entirely on them, and we'll go ahead and bring some bombers in that fleet slot. It's still not going to be as many bombers as the other fleet they have has, but it's going to be comparable. And actually, let's do this. Let's go ahead and... I did more medium attacks than supports here, but I'm actually going to throw another support or 2 in here, primarily because they will bring those bomber fleets, and we know the bombers do significant damage against those carriers. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to see if there's any heroes here to go ahead and put on that fleet. If there is not, we could always try assigning Rink or something like that to it. That would be fine. Let's do that. Rink, where are you at, buddy? Fluff Pedal, you'll work too. Let's go with Fluff Pedal. Fluff Pedal is not super geared out. We're going to have to give him some equipment here, which is fine. The good news is he does have enough slots for us to give him double scavenge ram scoops here. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And then for his weapons, I'm just going to give him flat out projectiles. And considering he is a hero ship and we probably have the materials, I'm actually going to give him nice projectiles. Let's see, these are, well, we have to check up here. 68 damage, 76. Yup, you're getting titanium projectiles, buddy. All the titanium projectiles all the time. And the main reason I'm doing this is because I'm hoping we can use him to kind of peel some of those bombers off. Now let's see how this little fleet does. Go, guys, you can do it. We believe in you. We still have a massive advantage, but last time that massive advantage didn't really pan out that much. In this case, we're hoping that it probably will. Per target CP on ships. I mean, that's not a bad one. More damage for the bigger CP ships. I actually kind of like that one. So let's do this. Let's go... I mean, it's already a really nice split right here where we've got sort of enough going on in every different wing that they can't really focus one wing. But knowing the way that they went last time, I'm going to go for that arrangement. And we are definitely going for bigger is better here because they do have larger ships than us, and that should do some additional damage. Let's give that one a test run. Oh, no, and I'm sorry, guys. I had the game audio turned off that whole time. I apologize. I just didn't want the crackling from the combat. Let's go ahead and try it again. If it crackles again, I'm just going to turn it off. I just turned it back on in time for the crackling, so I apologize for that. Let's see. Let's go. Go, go, go. I am going to turn us up to 2 times speed here so we can get through this a little bit faster. I do still want to try to get our final invasion done and finish the series today. That would be wonderful, because today something awesome comes out, and I am super looking forward to making videos about it because I want to love it. I haven't played it yet, so I can't say I love it, but I love the premise of it, and I want to love it, and we are decimating them here. Just decimating them. Wow. Okay, then. So that was a totally different combat. I'm not even sure how to interpret that. They basically got no damage. And we completely melted them with missiles and bullets. All right. Lessons learned. Smaller ships are better, I guess. No, I mean, I think bigger is better helped a lot with that damage increase. These guys were already pretty damaged. And once again, I don't think the bombers were going to be very effective against us. We didn't even see any bomber damage on here. Like, it looks like maybe... Nope, they got some kinetic damage in. Yeah, they got some kinetic damage in. They didn't even get to send their bombers out before they died. So unfortunately, that isn't the most representative test, sadly. Okay, let's end the turn here. Okay, Thea needs to build something. We know. I'm not going to worry about any of this stuff because we are short on time. I'm just going to end the turn. Because the invasion of Pixis should be this next turn reasonably, and yeah, that's probably going to be it right here, guys. Are you ready? 33 episodes, I think it is. 33 episodes. People always say I never finish these. This is it right here, guys. I'm going to finish one. I'm finally going to do it. Let's go. Blitz them right now. Decisive victory. We have captured the final system we needed for a supremacy, I believe it is. It's either supremacy or conquest. Occupy! We got it. Pixis has been captured. Come on. Show me the message, baby. Show me the message. What is this happy horror? I'm okay. I need a message game. It should be saying that I've won right now. That's what I'm waiting for. We have captured all the capitals. I bet you it happens at the beginning of next turn, and I'm just being like super worried about it right now because I'm like, but we did it. We finally did the work, game. We did the work. I don't care what you research. Research citadels. I don't care. Just come on. Come on. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. Cabal of the Black Nebula has achieved victory, supremacy. So we go over here to the score screen now and see how that looks. Here.
Look up and see justice. I atone for the sins of my people and their so-called gods. Accept my sacrifice. Let the dust return to those who created it, to those who were murdered for it. I summon the lost.
I think this is supposed to be voiced. We're not getting a voice, but I think it is. That is such a cool effect. The Lost are back, folks. They back. We did it. We have revived the Lost. Okay, now let's take a look at our actual stats and stuff. So as you can see, and this is what generally happens in this game if you're playing correctly, if you're doing the things you need to do when you need to do them, you'll generally see this sort of scaling upward arc like this, right? Where you're arcing up over time. What's interesting is that every once in a while when you go through these charts, you can see the jump, right? So like right here is when we really started to eclipse and jump ahead on industry. And I'm guessing that that turn, if we look at it, 98 is what I'm estimating that turn to be. Uh-oh. Goody, everything is doing that freeze thing. I'm just going to keep talking about it. There we go. Okay. So anyways, I would estimate that like turn 98 is when the industry really kicked off there, and that's probably when we built those super biofuel things. Game details, predominant policy was religious, systems at max level 8, most powerful hero was, I can't remember her name now, darn. Petrov Jutka. There we go. At level 30, 59 explorations. We were first, overall score of 6. I don't know what that means, overall score of 6, when we were like, obviously super scaled out. Long live Queen Maruzha, the Nakalim faithful servants of the lost have triumphed over the other civilizations in the galaxy. A new era begins, marked by the ascendance of this great empire. Okay, so you can also see, like, science, the Sophons had us the entire game. We were never, ever going to catch up to them on science. And there was a point where we were, like, getting 3 techs in a turn, and that's probably that little jump right there. But we weren't ever going to eclipse them on science. Influence, we were just always massively above everybody else. You'll notice our population was pretty high the entire time, too. And that was even with us, like, throwing population out into the galaxy to try to make more Zermasala. So population, definitely a good way to stay ahead economically. Research-wise, we were very up and down. That was that 3 research turn right there. And you'll note that it's in sharp opposition to the Sophons, because that's probably when we started shooting them. Maybe? I can't say that for sure, though. Trade-wise, the UE was always a little bit above us. Approval-wise, we stayed pretty up there most of the time. We had some little dips here and there where we had some struggles, but that's okay. And we did expand more than anyone else. In the early game, we kind of kept on par with everyone else, and it looks like we were actually just a little bit behind everyone, which is crazy because I was actually focusing on trying to expand more. I generally don't expand as much as other players do, and that or the AI does, and that can very much inhibit your growth. We had a hero advantage the entire game. We did prioritize getting heroes on everything. And then military, we just scaled out crazy at like turn 70, I want to say. Anyways, that was a wonderful game. I did it. I told you guys I would finish one. I told you I'd do it. I did it. That was awesome. We got to test out a bunch of cool fleets. I'm super excited to do the next one. I don't know if we're going to jump right back into Vodiani and finish that one next, or if we're going to do somebody new. So, I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think, what you guys want to do next. I know that the tutorials are something I'm supposed to be doing too. I apologize those aren't out yet, but like, I gotta be real with you guys. I work 80 hours a week, and then I come home and I spend 3 hours a night working on YouTube stuff. And if that time gets spent making sure these episodes go up, then I don't get to put it into stuff like the tutorials, which basically take a secondary seat to these at the moment. I'm trying, though. I really am trying. I swear. I have some things set up for it. I just got to get those sort of rolling, and it just takes time. I got a bunch of games to review on the queue as well. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the series as much as I enjoyed playing it and getting feedback from all of you guys. It was awesome. And I guess I'll see you tomorrow with something new, something a little bit different, something a little out of this world. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to go ahead and give us a like or subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time. Bye!